Welcome to the Bobcat News. I'm Brittany Cruz. In today's show, we will be talking about the tragedy of Julius Caesar. In Act 1, it starts with the celebration of Caesar's return after a civil war. He killed Pompey, the man who was his rival for his power. Because of this, he has now the chance to gain full power. After the celebration, Caesar goes to a traditional race where he is warned by a soothsayer to beware of the Ides of March. Cicero and Casca plan to kill Caesar in order to free Rome. They believe he is unfit to rule because of his weakness, epilepsy. Their plan includes convincing Brutus, Caesar's friend, to help. We have Caesar here to tell us what he feels about his return.
Caesar, how are you today?
I'm great. I killed Pompey.
Why was killing Pompey so important to you?
He was the only thing stopping me from gaining full power.
How does it feel to be back in Rome?
The celebration was nice, but something weird happened with the soothsayer. He said something about the Ides of March. I think he was just trying to scare me.
How do you feel about the soothsayer's warning?
I think he's crazy. The Ides of March aren't important.
Do you feel threatened by his message?
Not really. I have more important things to worry about. And besides, I can protect myself from whatever comes. After all, I'm the most powerful man in Rome.
Yes, but some people seem to believe that you are not so powerful because you had some sort of episode. Why did you faint?
That doesn't make me weak. I have epilepsy. I'm very strong.
You sound very confident. Thank you, Caesar. Back to you, Brittany.
Thank you, Acalia. That is all for today, folks. Coming up in Act 2, see how the Ides of March turn out.
Welcome to Act 2. This just in from Rome. Brutus says that we need to kill Caesar. He is showing signs of becoming a dictator. Caesar is informed about his wife's dream. He listens to her concerns, but later goes to the council. Artemis has written a letter to Caesar telling him who the conspirators are and their plans. Caesar ignores it. Now to our reporter Dorian Duca, who is interviewing Brutus.
Brutus, do you think this is really for the good of Rome?
Yes, if Caesar continued to live, Rome would no longer be a democracy, and Romans would become slaves under the control of Caesar.
Will it be hard to kill your friend Julius Caesar?
Yes, but it has to be done for the good of Rome. He may be my dear friend, but his power was growing beyond what it should. He would be crowned, it had to be done.
Why did you join the conspiracy?
Cassius pointed out to me a few things about Caesar, which got me thinking about how Caesar's power was rising. He convinced me that in order for Rome to survive, he has to be killed.
Okay, that's all from Rome. Back to Wyatt.
That was it for Act 2. Now to Act 3.
Hello, and welcome to Bobcat News. Today we'll be sharing the latest updates on the death of Caesar and Antony's plan to strike back against the conspirators. We're going to send it over to our reporter Grant, who is live with Brutus in Shrek's Swamp.
Hi, I'm here live with Brutus, and we are going to ask him a few questions on why he killed Caesar and what his plans are on next. So, why, Brutus, did you decide to betray one of your greatest friends?
Well, at the time, I thought it was the right thing to do, but now I regret my choice on killing him.
Alrighty, thank you. And why did you have Cassius help you kill Brutus?
Oh, you know what? I thought he was a really good killer.
Okay. And why didn't you kill Antony when he asked you to kill him?
Well, he thought that we are going to kill him later, so he wanted us to kill him then.
Alrighty, thank you. And now we're going to head it back to the studio with Kyler. Thank you.
All right, thanks Grant. That's all the time we have today, so thanks for joining us and have a great day.
Hi, welcome to Bobcat News. Today we have breaking news. We learned Brutus's reasons behind killing Caesar in the Senate. Brutus killed Caesar because he said that he was in fear of Rome being under Caesar's rule. He thought that the Romans would become slaves in the near future because of Caesar. Oh, we'll take it over to the reporters now.
Today we were with the strong and mighty Brutus. What were you thinking when you killed Caesar?
I was like, what do I say to him when he's taking his last breath?
And what did you say to him?
I didn't say anything. I just stabbed him.
Wow, how did you feel about that?
Bad, I guess, but I only did it to please the people and help the future of Rome.
Okay, we'll take it back to the anchor.
In other news, Cinna the poet was wrongly killed. A group of pro-Caesar followers came up to Cinna thinking he was one of the conspirators and killed him even though Cinna the poet did nothing wrong. We'll go to the reporter who's interviewing Antony.
Good afternoon. Today we are with the great and powerful Antony. You mentioned how Brutus was an honorable man. Why do you say that?
I said that because he was ambitious and everyone loved him. Everyone who saw the Lupercal would agree at how honorable he really was.
Great talking to you, Anthony. Now we'll go back to the newsroom.
That's all the news we have for you today, but tune in next time for an update on Rome.
Hello, welcome to the Bobcat News. I'm Carson.
And I'm Allison. Now, breaking news in Act 4. An argument between Cassius and Brutus became jaw-dropping when the news of Brutus's wife, Portia, came to light. Brutus's beloved wife recently killed herself. The details of her death have not yet been released, but we do know funeral services will be held tomorrow evening at dusk. As well as this, we have just found out Brutus and Cassius plan to move their army forward to Philippi for battle against Antony and Octavius. Now, in the field, we will hear from Brutus himself.
Thank you, and hello. I'm here live with Brutus. What could you tell us about the decision to move forward? Was this decision perhaps influenced by the recent loss of your wife, Portia?
Thank you. No, I believe the decision was very simple, really. Right now, we're the strongest we'll get. Sitting here at camp waiting will only waste supplies. It was not at all fueled by the loss of my wife.
I see. Now, Brutus, do you believe that you'll win this battle?
Yes, my army is very strong, and I believe that it is for the good of Rome. We will win.
Okay, thank you, Brutus. Now back to the studio with Allison and Carson.
Thank you, Chase. We wish Brutus luck. We look forward to seeing how the battle turns out. Thank you for joining us on the Bobcat News, and join us next time to find out what happens and view live footage of the battle.
Hi, I'm Macy. In Act 5, we are taken to the plains of Philippi where a battle is about to begin. Considering the scenario in which they are defeated, Cassius brings up suicide. Brutus says suicide is coward, but he also says he will never return to Rome a prisoner. So the battle begins. Brutus sends Cassius to attack Octavius's weakening forces, but Titus says that Brutus called the attack too early. Now they are surrounded by Antony's troops, and instead of leaving, Cassius sends Titus to check on Brutus. Later, Pandarus is sent to see Titus' status and returns with the news that Titus has been captured. Here's where it gets messy. Cassius knows he will soon be captured and orders Pandarus to hold up a sword so he can stab himself, committing suicide. Pandarus flees and Titus returns with Messala. Plot twist, Titus was never captured. They find Cassius dead. Messala leaves to tell Brutus. Titus stays and at a loss takes Cassius' sword and kills himself. Brutus comes back and finds their bodies, and eventually convinces one of his servants, Strato, to help him kill himself. Strato holds up a sword and Brutus runs into it. Octavius and Antony arrive and find the bodies. Despite everything, Brutus was considered an honorable man. He did the wrong things for the right reasons. A proper burial is arranged. Now we go to Ethan on the scene with Brutus.
Here I am with the ghost of Brutus.
Thanks for having me.
I heard about your wife. I'm sorry for your loss. Would you like to say anything about that?
After the death of Caesar, me and other senators had the responsibility of Rome, which took most of my time. Slowly she went insane and I wasn't there to help her, so she decided to take her own life. Of course it makes me fall into tears, and especially because I feel guilty. Luckily I'm reunified with my lovely wife in heaven.
What made you change your mind about suicide, and how is it honorable?
When Cassius first brought suicide up as an option, I thought it would be dishonorable to take my own life and not get killed while I was fighting for Rome. But slowly I started thinking about how he killed Caesar. He wanted the best for Rome too, but his death wasn't honorable. With everything going on, or more specific, with everything going wrong, offering myself to Rome and admitting my mistakes, suicide would be an honorable death for me.
Thank you for your time, Brutus. Back to you, Macy.
Thanks for joining in on our show today. Make sure to join in next time to get the inside scoop on Rome.